Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 27 of Direwolf20's FortressCraft Evolved series. Current status, 5.25% charged. We're getting there. What's going on today? I'm setting up some missile defense system places. Decided to move what I had over here because it was causing me troubles and not helping at all. So, see you later, alligator. Thank you, and I probably don't need you anymore then. Set up the following structure that seems to be doing pretty well. I'm going to keep an eye on it to make sure that it continues to do well. But this guy seems pretty awesome in terms of power, right? So basically, we've got this set up right like so, and I'm going to put missile towers right along these corners. So one. Let's get out of jetpack mode because that's just too much trouble. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, you don't get to be a missile tower, unfortunately, because you're not next to a hopper. That seems pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So missiles will come along here, and they will go into this thing, which will split evenly. The best way to do this, remember last episode I was having trouble with a conveyor splitter and the hoppers. This should solve that. Now these guys I haven't hooked up to power just yet, but we're about to. So it's somewhere in here-ish. That's conveyor stuff. That's the up conveyor, so that's cool. We're definitely getting close. So this is probably a good point to hook into. And I'm going to do tier 3 power, if I may. So that seems to be like the best place to kind of jump in, right? Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah. See if we were to go up there and see. That would be... Here's the dirt block. Okay, cool. Here's that upward thing, so the dirt block right into that. Okay, that should be a good place to jump in. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my laser over there without too many laser tier 3 booster thingies. Yeah, so we pretty much want to get here. Like just a little bit in the wrong spot. Just a little bit in the wrong spot. I mean, I could just do something like this. That should distribute energy pretty quickly, right? Yeah. That should be cool. And if we jetpack up there, we should see energy distributing to all the batteries. It'll obviously fill up these front ones first and then distribute and trickle back to the back. But my suspicion is once they're all fully powered, like they'll be in pretty good shape, right? So I can put one. There's one missile battery I can't put here, which is here because my coal line's in the way. Might wind up moving it, but we'll see. So I'm going to need 2 more missile systems. I'm gonna need some servo motor, mark 6 of them. And then missile turrets. Sweet. Now all we need to do is get missiles over to here. So clearly large amounts of bad guys heading our way. What's our threat level? 4,400 still. We're getting there. Definitely a lot of dudes attacking my base right now. A lot of big dudes at that. But we're actually doing a really good job holding them off, which I'm pleased with. Because I haven't even used really missiles this whole time while I've been doing this recording segment. And I've actually had missiles kind of turned off for a little while now. We're still crafting them, by the way. The one thing that we're still doing, which I'm not a huge fan of, is manually filling this up with gold bars. I usually catch it before it drops below or at 0, so that's good. This thing's cruising. He's doing fine on power. Nice. I'm debating if I really want to hook up my missiles. I mean, part of me enjoys having such a large backlog of them. And I don't really want to fire them yet, because I almost feel like they don't need to be fired just this minute. How am I in terms of missiles in my inventory, by the way? I could probably... what just happened? Probably want to do this. And make sure that these missiles are sitting in here. That's full. We're getting there in terms of fullness on missiles, which is cool. So let's watch and see what happens. So if we keep an eye on this thing... These guys should all fill up and behave themselves. The problem is the conveyor turntable can pull out of an adjacent inventory just as well as it can insert into it. So having these things adjacent to hoppers, not the greatest situation to be in. But as you can see, everything's kind of doing what we want it to do now. So just by taking the conveyor turntable and having one conveyor belt away from the hopper, definitely better. And then, in theory, if we ever get to the point where we need more missiles than we currently have, let's do some light over here and here. I had to remove some. But this could conveyor a turntable over into this direction, and we could have another set of missiles over here, and maybe even another set over here. That would be all kinds of cool. So you guys aren't launching, which is kind of a good sign. It means the enemies attacking me at the moment aren't too terrifying. These guys have plenty of juice, it would seem. I mean, they're doing pretty good in terms of power. Whoa, okay, so those were some explosions. A couple missiles decided to launch. Here goes one. Whoosh. Haha, nice. That is kind of cool to watch. The lasers are doing a good job, but every now and then it looks like a missile's going to launch to help it out, which I'm cool with. I'm totally fine with. So yeah, at this point I think we're in tower defense mode. So let's keep an eye on things for a few minutes here and we'll be right back. Alright guys, as I'm watching these missiles fly around here, I'm thinking I might want to speed up a few processes. All of them. Speed up all the things. That's pretty much my plan right now. So step one, speed up the production of high energy fuel. Even though I have a decent amount of it right now, I still want to speed up the production of it because I feel like we're rapidly going to reach a point where we're going to want even more. So another refinery vat right on top there should help out. As you can see, I've currently kind of paused my production of everything. This should speed up the process, by the way. Nice, 18 plastic pellets. Let's see how you're doing. You're doing pretty good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, see how quickly it's running? That's cool. I'm down with that. Okay. So let's let this thing continue to sit here and collect plastic pellets. Meanwhile, I think I want to make another turbine. So I've got 22 plastic pellets. I'm going to check to see if I had any more stored anywhere. I thought I might have, but maybe not. Okay. So just a few more is needed here, and I should be in good shape. So power production, we are going to again want the jet turbine generator housing, which is 3x3x4, which is 36, right? So just a few more. 3 more. I think we're almost there. Yeah. See how quickly that's going? Dude, we're producing plastic pellets like nobody's business. Switch this guy to composite fuel. And we can unlock this thing. Add and remove. That's kind of my process for when I'm doing this stuff. Oh, and we'll probably want to start feeding you in here again. Cool. Nice. Alright, so back to here. Man, missiles flying everywhere. Jet turbine generator housing. 36 advanced machines, please. So I think I'm going to need, for advanced machines... Yes. Maybe enough? Yeah, enough. Cool. Alright, I wasn't sure if I had enough crystal deposit there, but it looks like I did. Okay. So then that will get us the jet turbine generator housing, 3x3x4, 36. I'll do 37 just because, well, no, 36, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, good. Wow, that's a lot of missiles firing. Must have some bad guys coming our way. I'm going to go investigate that in a minute, I promise. In the meantime, I think I need 18, yeah, 9 of these, so advanced machine block, 9, 18, okay. Cool. Becoming a pro at this. Okay, 36 and 9. Let's build it. Oh boy, we're getting to a little bit of a impasse here, but I think I can build it on top of this existing infrastructure here. That shouldn't be a problem. I should consider, yeah, I guess I don't like running it over this existing line that I've got. Let's relocate some things. There's always room to be a little bit more efficient, I guess. Yeah, no, I just picked up a gun. I won't worry too much about that. Yeah, I think a big part of the name of the game right now is probably just efficiency, right? Just how uber can you make your base, how much defense can you build up, large amounts of infrastructure, power generation, that kind of stuff. And I might rearrange some things at some point, but for now, I think we'll be in good shape. So you should be running. That's good. Whoosh, much better. And then we can place here. Like that, and then we'll have the intake on the front, right? So here and here, here and here. Here and here. Perfect. So I want to see. Downstairs, we'll make sure that everybody's groovy with... I do really like the prevent from accidentally breaking multi-block machine mechanic. That is cool stuff in my opinion. So we're gonna want... How are we gonna want to beam this? What I should be able to do, actually, is the following. If I were to put... Are you going into something there? Yes, you're going into the multi-block storage unit. See? It's going through that other laser. Nice. That's cool, right? So then I should be able to just hook this dude up like so. That should be good. So once we get power going in there, we will be boosting the speed of this thing's charge rate by about 50%, right? Currently there's 2 going in. Now we will have 3. So let's make sure, did I make you a, I did not, but we will make you a turntable now. That should be cool. You guys good? Nice. Remove, add, right? That's what this guy's set to, right? I always mix these 2 up. Oh, you're set wrong. Remove only, add only. Remove only, add only. That should be better. Yeah, look at that. Almost had issues. Okay, so that should be cool. Right? Do your, remove only. Yeah, that should be good. You should probably be running right now. Did I do something wrong here? Oh, you know what? I know what I did wrong. Now we're talking. There we go. power flowing. Good. And then, don't want to stand in that for too long, but... Oh boy. Jet turbines are dangerous. I know! I didn't think they were that dangerous. Thought I had a little bit of health left. Where am I? I'm lost. There we go. Now we should be good. Cool. And large amounts of... Oh boy, I died. Hey, guess what? Jet turbines are dangerous. I learned something new today. Let's not walk through the giant laser of death. And maybe consider going downstairs in a somewhat safer manner. That's good. Inventory looks not terrible, so I probably have everything that I should have. Alright, back in a minute. Let's see. Wow, we've got a large amount of stuff going into here. So what I should really have by rights at this point then is another set of these two. Because we would probably be generating, well, probably not 100% necessary, but this way it just guarantees that we're pumping out as much energy as we're pumping in. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 3 laser transmitters pumping into this thing, so we have 6 pumping out of it. And we're at almost 7%. Nice. So let's see how well we can do. Arthur, do me a favor. I would like you to... Oh yeah, big missiles shooting around. Recharge for me, buddy, would you? Because I want to go flying.
Juicing up.
Thank you. You juice up, buddy. So how's our laser production? So the reason I did all this was mostly because I wanted to, A, speed up the charging of the OET, but also, how's my laser? Whoa, I am out of missiles. Holy cow. Like... That was quick. Oops. Did not anticipate missiles firing that quickly. So that segment, I went from having 200 missiles to having 0 missiles. That's not ideal. Wow, missiles burn quickly. Today I learned. Let's do this. Let's make more of these. So we're gonna need gold, right? We're gonna need these things, which I don't know how terrible that is, but this thing's pretty well and backstuffed. These things are pretty well and backstuffed at this point. Maybe I want to speed up the production of that stuff. Let's keep an eye on how this is going. And my threat level is around 6,000, which is getting a little crazy. And my CPH is taking a little bit of damage there. So, why are you guys dead? What happened? This is another thing that's not ideal. Did I mess something up here? Probably. Yes. We need another one of those here. Pronto. Lasers being dead is also not ideal. I was rearranging stuff and kind of derped. That's what I do. That should be cool. Yes, charge up the lasers up there, guys. That would be awesome. Lasers look like they're getting a little bit of a recharge, which is cool. Okay, that's good for me. I'm gonna let missiles backlog for a bit and then consider faster missile production, because I think that's what our next goal is. Alright, I'm just going to kind of wing this a little bit, so apologies in advance for it not being the most perfect solution in the world, but it should be okay-ish. Only problem is copper pipes. I've got some junk in my inventory that I would rather not have at the moment. There we go, logistics hopper, that should be cool. Free space, good. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is rearrange a little bit, so... Unfortunately, I have to move this stuff, and my inventory is like crazy amounts of full right now. Let me clean this up. Clean enough. In theory. So what if we had... So we need 3 sides of this block, right? So we've got our gold wiring stuff. Where's my missile assembler? There it is, right. So we need 3 sides of this block to be represented, right? And then 1 output. So what if we did like 3 inputs, 1 output to here, right? And then this could be the same deal. I want a few more of these guys. So far my lasers are doing a good enough job, and we've got 17 missiles. So this should rapidly speed up the production of missiles, in my opinion. I came over here to get more storage hoppers. That's right. Logistics. Cool. So like this, and this thing's gonna go away. We don't need this at all anymore. So this should be relatively infinitely expandable, right? We just put this stuff here. We have you guys outputting like so. Cool. And then we just can continue to expand it, right? Like as much as we want. That's pretty much ideal. This should be totally doable. So, logistics hopper, logistics hopper, logistics hopper, logistics hopper, here and here. These will be the last 2 missile cylinders that I've got. So then we're going to basically want copper tubes coming in one way, the high energy stuff coming in another way. Just kind of peeking to make sure nobody's, you know, destroying my stuff. 7.6% charged, getting there. These guys are going to need power. So let's see. We'll probably want like 3 levels, if you will. So let's keep these over here. We're going to want the extrusion plant. This is copper, right? So let's get the extrusion, the pipe extrusion here. Since this is going to be my trickiest position, let's do more conveyor turntables is what I need. Make sure we have a bunch of everything that we need. So that way, right? So that's 1. You're going to need to be 1. Not ideal. So I don't want you pulling out of that thing. So this might work. I mean, we're probably going to need 3 levels as it is, right? Trust me on this. This should play out once I do it properly. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. Alright, so if I put a pipe extrusion plant like this, you should be able to pull the copper from the inventory above. Perfect. Alright, so you're going to go like so. You're going to go, this guy, this guy, to there. Cool. So that you get filled up with copper pipes. So let me repeat that down the line. It's going to be the left one of these guys that's filled with copper pipes. You know what I really could do if I wanted to be super awesome about this? Is something like... you. Could I do this? I feel like that would work, right? That sounds cool, right? So that gets that going. Whoa, what is this giant thing? I don't even know, but I feel like that's a boss. Missiles, please. Missiles, missiles, missiles. 100% want missiles to happen here. I think we just found a boss. Yeah. That's a pretty large bug. Missiles. Missiles fire now. Here I am building the things. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, he's taken down. We killed him. We killed him, we killed him, we killed him. What did I get? A pristine stinger. Dude, what is up? Did you see that thing? What the hell? Okay, that was a boss. Alright. Wow. Yeah, I did not miss that. That was obviously what that was. Whoa. Alright, let's stop missiles from loading right now, because... Okay, back to building. Alright guys, just moved that down a little bit, which is cool. That should suffice. Nice. So that looks like it's working, actually. Because I decided that the next one I want to do is probably gold, and that's going to go up into this guy. Right here. So these, we will pretty much want to have come out here. Probably all the way to here. And then like this, pretty much. Cool. That should do, right? And then we can run the gold pipe things into this way. Told you I would kind of get this to work. The only thing that's going to be left is laser power, which might be a little bit tricky, but we'll figure it out. And it's a problem. A bridge will cross when we get to it. So that should be cool, right? And for now, what we'll just do is the pipe extruder here. Extrusion plant, right like so, fitted with one of these on the output. That should be good that way. And then storage, storage. Cool. And that should go. Nice. So that should get the extrusion plant stuff going. And then to here, we will do these guys. So we'll leave room for expansion here, right? But these will be going here, 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 and this will pretty much go this way for sure. We're not going to go any further left, I don't think, but you never know. I'll just swap it out if I do. Cool. So now they should have all the components they need. Do what they want to do. Now we just need to get power into these things. Look, they should all be full-ish. The gold stuff is going to make its way over. We might need multiple of these, and if that's the case, then I just put some on the side of this hopper and we direct it to here. And the same deal with the copper. Like, I'm sure I could come up with a way to get copper into this thing. Like, maybe just one on the side here facing down. Should be fine. Oh boy, giant monster things. Somebody tell me that thing's gonna die soon. 147,000, 137,000 HP left. There's like multiple of them. Oh my goodness, they're coming from two sides at once. I strongly suspect that I am not going to survive this wave, guys. I was about to wrap up my episode, but I feel like wrapping up the episode as I'm about to die is a terrible thing to do to you. Wow. 17,000, 16,000. All right, we killed one. Nice. Pristine light shit. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. How are my power reserves here? Power is doing okay. Kind of like wanting to investigate what I can do better. Clearly, having more guns is what's up. Power is not doing great, I'll be honest. Power could be doing better. What's my gun situation like? Mark II turrets, I have a couple extra of those. Wouldn't mind a few Mark IIIs if I can make it happen fast. If I have the stuff, cool. If not, okay. Yes, let's get some light, pristine eyes here. Just anywhere there's power, basically. Dude, these things are big. Oh, CPH rebooting. I lose. Die or fail. Alright. Power transmitter. It is going to drop to 0%, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it will. Look at that. Oh, oh, that's not nice. Terrible creatures, you. Oh well. We will come back next episode and we will accelerate our missile creation. I recognized the problem before it occurred, but I was not quick enough to resolve it. I did not have missile income fast enough. And that's pretty much what we came down to. I thought having a couple hundred missiles would be alright. Apparently the answer to that question was no, not even close. Because I burned through those couple hundred missiles in like seconds. So yes, we will come back next episode. We will try and do what we can to manage this whole crisis that we've got. For now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys are enjoying the FortressCraft Evolved series. We are definitely going to need to defend our base a little bit better. Alright guys, take it easy.